What else has happened? I got pepper spray.
How was that? What happened?
By the way, this is all exclusive. It's just this, and I think TikTok that know that I got pepper sprayed, and I told the TikTok thing just
Oh,
because I need views. Anywho,
and
so
I haven't heard this.
oh
Yeah,
yeah, this is all
you've been
me.
keeping it quiet.
This is a live reaction. This is
Oh
Corman's
yeah.
live reaction to hearing me get pepper sprayed. All right, so basically, this was a predetermined thing a couple days beforehand. It was for a bet. I wasn't attacked, but it was basically along the lines of, yo, 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 wing, because we call each other by our last name and stuff,
Yeah.
in ROTC and stuff like that. So we call each other by our last name sometimes. There's like, hey, wing, I'll let you pepper spray me in the face for $20. For $20, and he was like, you know what? Can't go back on that deal. That's an immaculate deal. And it was like, all right, it's cool. So throughout the day, I was calm. Everyone else was kind of, nervous and stuff, as they would be and shit like that. But I forgot about it for a ton of it. So at the end of the day and stuff, like my friend group kind of hangs out in the parking lot, like after school, like kind of like on a
Like a
daily
bunch
thing.
of delinquents.
Yeah, like a bunch of delinquents. But the thing is, this group was fucking humongous. There's like 12 people all ready to see me get pepper sprayed, right?
Ah,
Everyone had their phones out there recording. And I was hyping that shit up. I was like, all right, I'll do it. But wait 1 second. I gotta go pee first, because if I get
Yeah,
pepper
yeah.
because I don't want to piss my pants after getting pepper sprayed. That's gonna suck.
Oh,
So,
that would.
I went, used the bathroom. I came back. Then everyone was surprised. They were like, oh my God, he came back. It's like, my backpack's here. No shit, I came back. But besides that, like, so do you know those like Marine Corps and Army shirts you get for doing like 5 push-ups and they give it to you and stuff like that? The really cheap,
Think?
yeah, like the really cheap breathable stuff, like workout shirts.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, well, yeah, that depends. So I was in the
Yeah.
context of this, no. So
Oh.
I wore that. I wore that. I took off my hoodie because I don't want my hoodie to get fucked up. But the thing is, with
Of
this
course.
this pepper spray was expired, so it was more liquidy. So we were all getting piped up and stuff, and we had a predetermined deal where it was like, you spray my eyes, I open my eyes, he's holding up a certain amount of fingers. I say, what the fingers are. And like, if he's holding up 3 fingers, I was like, 3 fingers, you have 3 hands. Then I close my eyes, I'd suffer in pain. I didn't think it'd be that bad. So we were getting it hyped up, and then we're like, wait a minute, we can't do it here. The wind, I don't want the pepper spray to come back and hit me in the wind. So we're like, fine. So we did this, and we're like, no, security's over there. So we finally had it determined and stuff. So I put my hands kind of in my back pocket, like,
Mhm.
and stuff like that. So, and I was clutching on my belt. And he was like, are you sure you want to do this? I'm like, I'm sure. And he's like, are you sure? I was like, stop being a pussy. And once I said that, there's a 5-second silence, and he went, psst. And at first, it just felt like someone threw some boiling water on my face for a second, but in a really thin line of boiling water. And I was like, ah, damn, that's uncomfortable. So I opened my eyes, expecting to see someone holding up like a number of fingers. No one was doing that. So I shut my eyes, and basically, imagine you're laying down on one of those like elementary school yoga mats with your
Yeah.
eyes open. Someone just gets a whole pound, like 5 pounds of just sand, and then they just drop it into your eyes. It felt like that much pressure. Yeah, it just hit me so hard. They're like, wait, no, open your eyes. Wait, no, I'm holding up how many fingers? How many fingers am I holding up? So I tried to open my eyes again, but I couldn't. And then all the country kids in the background were like, stop being a bitch. Stand up and say, I am a man. But it was so
Oh my
bad.
God.
And the whole group found it funny for 2 minutes. And then they realized this stuff was horrible. And the thing is, too,
Yeah.
this whole entire time, throughout the whole entire thing I've done it, I have never, I did not scream, I did not yell, I held it in, and it sucked. But people were handing me their hydro flasks and stuff. By the way, hydro flasks are a fucking scam. For that much metal to hold so little water, that's a different
Oh,
topic.
I have a big hydro flask.
Is it
that I
worth
got as a
it,
gift
though?
from my birthday. It actually is. Yeah.
How much water
It keeps that shit cold. And this
Well,
one is like, it's the one that has like the handle on top. It's
Ew.
like 32 ounces. My brother got it for me.
32?
Yeah.
But you have a brother?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I
Oh,
don't really
yeah.
talk about it
Oh,
much.
Oh yeah, I remember that. You do have a younger brother.
Yeah.
I just imagine you had like a 32-year-old brother that was like still
No.
living with mom. Was like, no wait, no, that's Ryan.
That'd
Anyway,
be pretty cool.
that would be.
He's in 7th grade right now.
Oh yeah, I remember him. Kinda.
Yeah.
I remember you talking about him. Then the Nerf war. We'll talk about the Nerf war in a bit. Anywho, so yeah. So this water, it was so the hydro flask. There wasn't a whole lot of water, but it was cold. And once I splashed the cold water in my face was still burning out. But it was so cold, it took the air out of me for a second.
Yeah.
So my face is burning up. I'm hyperventilating in a way, and then all of a sudden that cold water just pushed the rest of the air out of me. So I had no air in my lungs for a second. It's like, and all of a sudden security came up out of nowhere, and they're like, baby, oh, what's wrong? What's wrong, baby? And I was like, I fell down. I got some dirt in my eyes. And they're like, you're lying. I saw everything that happened. I'm like, then why did you ask? Why did you just watch then? What the fuck? Granted, I deserved getting pepper sprayed. However, they're like, no, we gotta take you to the nurse now. I can't even touch you. I was like, you know what? I don't like it when people touch me at all, but I especially don't like it when people that I can't see, that sound like an old racist, old white lady, touch me. I know that was random.
Yeah.
So I think one lady grabbed me by my arm, and my friend Turner, they go by they, them pronouns. He came up, they came up. If you hear me misgender a person and stuff like that, I'm not doing it to be a dick. I barely understand that I'm a human, much less someone else being their pronouns and stuff. I
really try my best to understand, but it's
difficult.
It is difficult.
Yeah.
Although you gotta be supportive though, because
oh yeah, I'm 1,000% supportive.
I don't want to say it's mental health related, but most people that are trans probably do have issues going on, that's not the only thing going on in their life. So I try my best to be supportive.
I understand that they're not trans because they're depressed, they're trans, and then they just so happen to be depressed, but that depression you really need to keep an eye on. You really got to check up on your homies. You see, I feel like on this podcast, me and Corey, we are true Sigmas. We support everyone regardless of gender and sex.
Yeah. We love seeing others prosper.
Fuck yeah, because we're actual alphas and sigmas.
True that.
True that. Anyway, so basically, they came up. They kind of grabbed me by my arm too, and I felt like a 1950s bad guy. You know how when they get taken away, the two guys go on the opposite side and they kind of pull them up. That's kind of what happened with me, but they did to the front. So we were getting into the school. It all felt like 2 seconds because shit was really bad. And then I didn't realize this, but the place we did it, to the parking lot, I must have had gotten dragged all the way across where everyone was seeing me. And then the people in the hallways, I didn't process that until a couple days later. Anywho, so I'm in the nurse's office and stuff like that. They threw me down. They're like, put your face under the faucet now. So I kept doing that. It was cold. It was hard for me to breathe. In order for me to breathe, I had to raise my face up so I could get air and then go back down to wash it out. And while this is happening, security was bumping their heads and they're like, what happened? Who did this to you? Who did this to you? And I was like, listen, calm down. I wasn't attacked. It was a bet. It was a $20 bet. And they're like, oh, okay. And 8 of them left. They didn't care. Then that one guy that was I feel like every high school has that 26-year-old security guard that just got out of the Air Force or something, that's just trying to make some money. He doesn't really care about anything. He's like, oh yeah, I got pepper spray before for training. That sucked. I was like, thank you for this wonderful input. This is really needed. And it's like, yeah, I'd never get pepper sprayed again. I'd get tased again. I was like, I'd much rather you tase me than listen.
Some people like getting tased.
Yeah, and then that's a kink. However, getting pepper sprayed, that's a whole different thing. That's some masculine stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm putting this.
People don't go around pepper spraying their dick and balls or anything, that's not really a thing people do. Actually.
Corey, let me tell you something funny. Prior to this bit, we talked about, okay, what if we spray my face and then we spray my ass? Just and I'm happy I did.
Butt cheeks spread?
Butt cheeks spread.
Oh, no. How are you gonna poop?
Oh, jeez. I didn't think about that. The hemorrhoids would have been horrible.
Yeah, you're gonna go to the bathroom and it's just gonna be flames coming out of your ass. It's gonna be crazy.
Dude, it must have me feel to poop not like a hot Cheeto. Jeez.
Oh my god, your ass is gonna be like a fucking dragon.
Well, that's the thing with expired pepper spray. It doesn't just it's not spicy air, it's a spicy liquid. Yeah. So when that touches your skin has a bunch of bumps and hives on it in a sense. You get fucked up.
Does it just absorb into your skin more?
Well, I have pictures kind of. Basically, I was so when I got sprayed, some of it when I was washing it down with water, all that pepper spray kind of leaked down to my chest and to my side, and they just exploded with bumps and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was bad. Anyway, so the lady, she was like, listen, your shirt is covered in pepper spray residue. Since it's breathable, it probably absorbed it like a sponge. You need to take it off. So I took off my shirt in the nurse's room. Her door was probably wide open where people could just poke their head in, because a girl did walk in. A girl walked in. I thought she was just a student, so I was making jokes. I was flexing a tiny bit. I was like, oh yeah. So
Hell yeah.
yeah, and she was like, listen. And the nurse was like, listen, we don't have any milk, but I do have whipped cream. So we got to put this in your eyes. So I sat there with the trash can in front of me, burping, shirtless, rubbing whipped cream into my eyes while this girl from across from me is trying not to laugh. While my friend Aries is fucking dying of laughter. So
The nurse thought this was a good idea?
it did kind of help. It was warm whipped cream. So I'm just grabbing this in my eyes, and then finally they must have robbed a lunch lady, because we got like those school lunch milks. We started pouring those in my eyes. Yeah, and through the whole experience, it got a tiny bit better and better, but I still couldn't open my eyes. So they're like, you know what? Fine. We got to put you in a shower though. We got to put you in, we got to put you in a shower.
Yeah.
So we basically, this is what I really feel guilty about. I think we went into a special needs kind of room or a teacher's lounge. And we got into the shower part, and the teacher was like, listen, I don't want to touch you. You're covered in pepper spray. Yeah, I don't think you're 18. You're on school grounds and you're a student. However, I will watch you. I was like, fucking what? No.
What?
So my friend Aries was like, listen, I'll help you shower. That's a brother and a sister right there. That's both.
Yeah.
So it was funny too, because I made it really clear with everybody in the room. I was like, listen, I'm taking everything off, but I'm not taking off my fucking underwear. I'm keeping the underwear on. And everyone was like, and everyone else was like, no, I get it. I was like, you seem pretty quick to agree with it. I'm a little concerned.
I'm letting the boys air out. Let me tell ya.